My name is Julian, and I'm also called the villain in high school. I was notorious as a child because I was pampered by my parents, being the only boy. I usually would get away with anything at home. I was so mischievous in elementary school that I once got suspended for pranking my classmate that almost got him injured. My elder sister, Mandy, and I were besties, even though she was way older than me. I always enjoyed Mandy's company. Her boyfriend, Ron, was my role model. He is highly intelligent and responsible. I loved the way he treats Mandy like a queen. My parents loved Ron, and he was like a son to them. I admired Ron so much that I wanted to be like him. Ron was very fit and stylish. He went to the gym regularly, and since I wanted to be just like him, I would always follow Ron to the gym. Being around Ron groomed me to become a sophisticated and polished young man. In high school, because I was very attractive, many girls loved to hang out with me and wanted me to be their boyfriend. But I did not want to commit to a relationship, because deep down I knew I was a deep lover. I knew if I fell in love, I would lose myself and be obsessed with my love. I was not ready to let my guard down and look weak and insecure for any girl. I enjoyed moments when girls in my school admired me and always tried to get my attention. Because I had no girlfriend, I had the freedom to hang out with any girl without any restrictions. However, my freedom was soon cut short by Karen. Karen was always trying to get my attention. She always brought me lunch and literally followed me everywhere. One day, Karen invited me over for her brother's graduation party. I refused, but she begged me, and eventually I accepted. But I told her I wouldn't be staying long. I came for the party and dressed gorgeously, like always. Then she did something I did not expect. She introduced me as her boyfriend to her friends and then to her family. Karen just ambushed me. I tried not to get angry or show that I was upset, but I just played along. Karen knew I wasn't too comfortable and wanted to leave. Then she grabbed my arms real tight so that I could not let go. She made everybody think we were deep in love. I was nervous and wanted to just run away. With my hands locked in her arms, she held on to me and led me to her parents. She introduced me to her parents as her boyfriend. I recognized her dad as my dad's classmate. They were childhood friends, and I had seen him and my dad together at the golf course. Her dad also recognized me.
Mom, Dad, meet Julian, my boyfriend.
Karen did not tell me she had a handsome young man. It's nice to meet you. How's your dad?
My dad is fine. He traveled for a conference in Ontario.
I was meant to be at the conference, but I had to skip it to attend my son's graduation party. Please take care of Karen. She can be very naughty.
Yes, sir, I will. I turned to see Karen laughing mischievously. She had trapped me. I would not want to scuttle my dad's relationship with her dad, and so I just had to pretend that I was her boyfriend going forward. The next day at school, while I was sitting alone at lunch, she came to my table and started eating from my plate like we were lovers. I felt so awkward. That week, she followed me everywhere at school. My school made it to the finals of the high school basketball championship. During the game, she sat beside me. I really enjoyed the game as our school was in the lead, so I was so happy that I got carried away celebrating our early lead with Karen. Then during the halftime, somehow we were in the spotlight of the live video camera. Everybody could see the video projected on the screen. Then she kissed me while everybody was watching. I wanted to die. I could not react because we were on the spotlight. I just sat there frozen. After the game, I confronted her about what happened. Hey, Karen, I think I've had enough of you making everybody think we are dating. Clearly, we are not dating.
Julian, but you know I love you. You mean everything to me. I want you to be my boyfriend.
Karen, you need to stop playing games. I never asked for this. You ambushed me. I can't keep living a lie. I saw you go into the camera crew office right before halftime. Did you bribe them to put me and you on the spotlight? Because John told me so.
I'm sorry, Julian. I just wanted us to be a happy couple.
Enough, Karen. This is getting out of hand. After that day, I tried to chase her away, but she would never leave me. She said that I was going to make everyone laugh about her. She also tried blackmailing me emotionally by crying and threatening to kill herself. That same week, we had a group assignment in class, and I was paired with Gabrielle. Working with Gabrielle made me notice her. I really admired Gabrielle. She was very smart, but shy. She was also incredibly beautiful, but because she never dressed well, she looked unattractive. Gabrielle wore thick stockings every time, even during summer. One time during swimming lessons, she refused to take off her stockings. Everybody thought she was weird, and nobody really made friends with her. She was always alone. Well, I liked her, and I made her my study partner just to get Karen out of my way. Somehow, Gabrielle and I started becoming so close, and I began to fall in love with her. Karen noticed it and was so jealous that she always tried to interrupt us any time we were together. One time, Karen stalked Gabrielle to her house and peeped through her window. She saw Gabrielle take off her stockings and found out that she was putting on an ankle monitor cuff for asylees. So Gabrielle was an undocumented immigrant. The next day in school, Karen pretended to fall close to Gabrielle and ripped her stockings. Everybody saw the ankle monitor on Gabrielle's leg. I confronted Karen for doing such an evil thing, but it was too late. Gabrielle cried and ran away in embarrassment. Gabrielle did not show up in school for the rest of the week. I tried calling Gabrielle, but she was not returning my calls. She did not attend school for another week, and I was losing it. At this time, I admitted to myself that I was in love with her and did not care to let everyone know. I decided I was going to tell her what was on my mind and ask her to be my girlfriend. I went to her house only for her neighbor to tell me that Gabrielle and her family had been deported back to Mexico. I went mad. I had lost my chance to let her know that I loved her. I couldn't sleep for days. I tried searching for her online on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, but she had no social media accounts. I Googled her online but found nothing. I was frustrated. I did not know what to do. At that point, I thought I had lost every means of contacting her. That week, I was so sad that my sister noticed how withdrawn I was and asked what was bothering me. At first, I told her nothing, but she was persistent. I narrated all details to her and how I had tried in vain to find Gabrielle online. Immediately, she called Ron and asked if he could help with the search.
Hey, lover boy. Mandy just told me everything. You feel better?
It's crazy. I just can't describe how I feel.
Yeah, that's the feeling when you fall in love.
Is this how you feel for Mandy?
Yes, 100%. She makes me fall in love every day. Don't worry, we'll get you to your Cinderella.
Thank you, Ron.
So, do you have a picture of her?
Yes, I do. We snapped a couple of pictures together.
Great! So there's an app that you can upload her pictures and search for her.
Thank you, Ron. You are the best. Ron sent me the app. Immediately, I uploaded the picture and clicked search. I was surprised when the search results returned with Gabrielle's pictures and her old Facebook account. The name she used for her Facebook account was Ellie and not Gabrielle. That was why I couldn't find her previously. I was so glad to find her address from the Facebook account. Luckily for me, Mandy and Ron had planned a vacation to Mexico with their friends in a month's time. I pleaded to follow her, and she agreed. When we got to Mexico, immediately I set out to look for Gabrielle. My sister had warned me not to go alone, that she would talk to her friends and link me up with a resident, but I was not patient. I could not wait to see Gabrielle. So I set out all alone. I took a ride to the address. Upon getting there, I was informed that her family no longer lived there, and that was her old address before her family relocated to the USA. I was devastated. I thought I had lost my chances of finding Gabrielle again. Then as I turned to leave, a girl from the next house approached me and told me she knew Gabrielle's current address. I tipped her $50 to take me to her new address. As we arrived, I knocked on the door, and to my amazement, Gabrielle was standing right in front of me. She was speechless. She stared into my eyes and started crying. I also wept alongside her. Gabrielle, I'm sorry for waiting this long to let you know my feelings. I love you so much, and I've really missed you. I've been searching the world to find you. I'm glad I finally found you.
Julian, I love you too. I just thought I wasn't good enough for you. I wasn't sure I would remain in the USA, so I didn't want to commit to anybody.
I returned to the USA while Gabrielle and I stayed connected. She completed high school and college in Mexico. While I was in college, I visited her frequently. After college, I proposed to her and brought her back to the USA on a fiancé visa. Now I can't wait to marry and start a family with the love of my life, Gabrielle.